Hi, welcome. I'm Christopher Hawke, and I am thrilled that you've decided to learn the craft of writing with me. In this video series, we're going to skip over past participles and other needlessly complicated things and dig into how to best create and show stories. While I'm sure you may have heard some of the material that we'll cover before, I can guarantee you there'll be at least one gem in each of the concepts that we discuss. Maybe you've had similar experiences to this. In junior high, there were two teachers who were instrumental in my pursuit of writing. Back then, I was the kid who capitalized after my commas, and my spelling, forget about it. I was probably the worst in the class. One teacher called me out in front of the class one day and asked me to spell the word better. I overthought it, deciding there can't be two T's, and of course was laughed at when I spelled it incorrectly. The other English teacher had assigned the class a creative writing assignment, and when we were finished, he handed back all of the papers except for mine. He said that in his 20 years of teaching, he'd only done this twice before, and he read my paper aloud. I was always very proud of that. In their own ways, both of those teachers changed the way I viewed my writing and made me even more determined. I'm sure that you've had similar experiences along the way. If you're not good at spelling and you don't know a dangling participle from a gerund or an infinitive, that's okay. We're going to focus on creating exceptional stories. In 2000, I moved from South Florida to Colorado, and I decided that I wanted to write fiction. I looked up writing groups on the internet and found the Rocky Mountain Fiction Writers. I attended a group led by an ex-English teacher named Mary Ann. She later became like my second mom. On my second week, I explained to her that meeting every 2 weeks wasn't going to cut it. I wanted to meet every week. Being a great leader, she said she'd give it a try, and I met with them every week for 4 years. Now I think they meet twice every week. During that time, I wrote my first book, Unnatural Truth, and sometime after, my second, Altered Selves. Now I have a wonderful agent shopping another couple novels. My advice is, seek out a critique group for your writing if you haven't already. Writing can be a solitary gig, and it's good to get feedback on what works and what doesn't. Find experienced writers who will encourage you and show you how you can improve. But keep in mind, if the feedback doesn't sting a little, it may be a sign that you're not learning as much as you could be. Taking constructive criticism well and learning from it is a key to growing as a writer. For years, my beautiful partner, Tracy Hall, and I have led a writers group in South Florida, using the same format I learned from the group in Colorado. We also run community authors at communityauthors.com to support writers with writing coaching and editing. We've done workshops and seminars all over the country and love what we do because we're passionate about helping others succeed with their writing goals. This video series is a continuation of that. My hope is that the lessons help you write your best stories ever and enable you to touch other people's lives through them. So let's get started.